Peace, brothers and sisters. This is Dr. Sadiki Baye coming to you once again, as usual, every Saturday. Yes, with a new topic that is essential to us as a people. And the topic that I would like to, well, first of all, as usual, I like to give honor to our Creator and our ancestors who always want the best for us. And we must always be conscious of their presence and their power because we need them in order to navigate through this thing that we call life. So I would like to share with you today, but before then, let me say this: to go on my YouTube channel and to view all my videos that I have always given various topics for the last few years on the things that are essential for us as eagles. But unfortunately, some chickens kind of twisted our minds and made us less than what we are. But we must practice the Sankofa principle of going back and get it and bring it up and validate it. So family, I'd like to share with you today a topic on order. See, everything has order, and nothing is just freely just moving through life on its own. Everything has order to it. So what is order? Order means arrangement or disposition of people or things that are related to each other according to their particular pattern. Now, I want you to be there with me, family. You receive it in the manner that I'm giving it to you so that we can be on the same page and the same path. So, family, take what I'm saying to you and study it yourself and take it to another level because you deserve it. Because everything always have more than one angle, one side. So everything is 360. So let's see everything in a 360 kind of a manner so that no one can trick us anymore. No one can fool us anymore. No one can mislead, misguide, and misdirect us anymore. So with that in mind, and authorization, which is another meaning of order. It's an authorization of a command, a direction, or instruction. Now, who was given the authority to demand, direct, and instruct? Our Creator gave the authority to our ancestors. So we must obey our ancestors. We must be in tune with the spiritual ancestors because don't forget, family, that we are here on earth right now. In the physical, we are the ancestors having a human experience. Always keep that in mind, that we are the ancestors. So let me also share with you, as usual, synonyms and antonyms of these terms that I always present to you. Now, a synonym is something that is similar. So I'm going to give you some terms that are similar to order, and that is arrangement, disposition, organization, sequence, directive, logical, and setup. These are some of the terms that are synonymous with order. Now, we also have antonyms, which are the opposite. And the opposite of order is unordered and disordered, disorganized, no logic, that kind of, just to throw that to you so you can understand differences. Because for some reason, they made us to see everything the same. But there is opposites of everything. So family, let's understand that an order is an authoritative uh, 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 an order is authoritative, a person who gives the authority to give you direction and instructions. So who was the authority for us as a people but our ancestors? The Creator, our Creator, gave the authority to our ancestors to give us meaning, direction, and purpose in life. So we won't be floating through life, basing everything on how we feel, which has always got us in trouble. The wise man goes by what he knows, not what he feels. Because feelings can be deceiving, as we know. So we must start knowing. Knowing is the key. And once you know, then you internalize what you know and it become a belief. Then be wise with what you believe. And above all that get understanding. And once you get that level of understanding, you can be able to take it from A to Z, no matter what. No matter what. So family, order. Order is the key to the universe. Nothing by itself can stand. Everything is in order. Everything is connected. Everything. Let's look at our history. Some of our people were ordained to do certain things. So, when you're ordained, you are given the authority to direct, to give instructions, to give meaning to things. So who were the ones who were given the authority? Who were the ones who were ordained? Those are the ones who invested. Those are the ones who were devoted to a purpose. And some of the ones who were ordained were in Imhotep. I'm giving you these names now. Name means nature. So do some studying yourself and see who this warrior was, Imhotep. How about Marcus Garvey? How about Harriet Tubman? How about the Honorable Dr. Martin Luther King? How about Malcolm X? Denmark Vesey. And wait a minute. Let's always remember did I say Nat Turner? Well, if I didn't, I'm telling you, Nat Turner. He was ordained. As a matter of fact, they groomed him when he was in his mother's womb. The whole village ordained him while he was in the mother's womb to lead, guide, and direct us out of this slavery kind of a situation. So, and also, guess who else was ordained to do what they supposed to have done? The ministers, the rabbis, the preachers, the pastors, and all of them. They were ordained, by the team, by the people, to lead, guide, and direct us by giving us the laws of life. The laws of life. But is that happening? To my awareness and through my journey, I see that these religious or figures who were ordained are not really properly guiding us, not properly giving us instruction. They give us a bunch of history of some people who we can never be. So what good is it? What good is it? For example, And I know a lot of people don't want to talk about Jesus and all of that, but he's one of the most famous ones that we're aware of. So I'm gonna use him as an example. Jesus was ordained by the Creator and the ancestors. Don't forget, he said, I come from the line of David. If he came from the line of David, he was already connected with his past, with the ancestors. So he said, I didn't come to change the law, I come to fulfill the law. And he also said that, in which they don't want us to know this, that Jesus said, the things I do, no, he said, if you believe as I believe, then you're my brother. And my Father in heaven is your Father. And things I do, greater things you can do. Why aren't they teaching us that? But they put Jesus so high on a pedestal no one can touch him. And matter of fact, we forgot what he even said. They don't want us to know that because it's all about control. They're supposed to be leading us, guiding us, directing us, giving instructions, and giving us certain commands that is necessary to take us from A to B in a straight line, not all over the place. So religion is man-made, and we must be careful with this man-made stuff because it's basically made to control. A lot of them sold their souls for non-profit, as I've always said. I know some of you don't like what I'm saying, but the truth is what it is. And somebody have to have the courage to tell the truth. And I'm here to do that, any means necessary. And I'm not in no popularity contest. It doesn't matter if anybody like me or not. You know, all real people are not popular. They're not liked. So I want to take the position of the real people, the ones who were ordained to tell the truth. So I pray and I feel that I was ordained by the ancestors to honor and represent them. The ones that we thought was crazy when they were here and we didn't like what they said and what they did. But when you don't honor and represent them, then you're in trouble. You will stay in the wilderness. And your prayers will never even your prayers will never even be heard. You can pray all you want. It's just like a praying over pork that is supposed to heal you, supposed to give you some kind of nourishment. All it does is kill you. It weighs you down. It dummies you down. It's full of worms, the trichinoid worm that gets in your blood. And what feeds the brain but the blood? So what's in your brain will eventually be in your brain. And that's where seizures and all of that come from, them worms taking you over. We must understand that, family. It is what it is. The pig is here to clean the earth, period. When you read the scriptures and all of this, say not only don't eat it, don't even touch it, it's so filthy. But it's all good. That was our survival food. But God said, when I bless you out of it, then go back to your natural ways, which is what? Let the food from the tree be your meat, and let the herbs from the fields be the healing of the nation. So you don't have to be worried about COVID-19 and all of that. If your immune system is right, that stuff will go right around you, won't even touch you. Don't forget, everything is energy. If I'm up here and everything is down here, it down here can't even touch me. So don't be psyched by these misleading people. See, the system can't make money off of healed people. So they got to make you sick. They got to throw all kinds of curveballs and all of that. They don't forget they told our children that they didn't have to wear masks. Now, all of a sudden, not only do they have to wear masks, they got to get shots now. But they're not obligated to tell you how many people that were sick from those shots. It's the numbers game. They're not obligated to tell us anything. We must use our own God-given senses. I just wanted to throw that out there, family. so we can no longer be tricked and fooled and lied to. See, we are the original people. Now, the original people of life are from the Nile Valley of Africa, and we are those people. And we were ordained to civilize the world. We were ordained to replenish the earth. We were ordained to be the master teachers, the master leaders, the most spiritual. But they flipped us and made us physical, the lowest level. But we must be spiritual once again. There's no way that you can be in order if you're not spiritual first. We are out of order, and that's why a lot of things are happening to us and happening to our children. I'm still talking about order, family. There's order. There's the Creator, the ancestors, spiritual ancestors, and the ancestors that have a human experience. And we are those who are having a human experience, because we're going to have a turn to be the spiritual ancestor once again, once we pass on. So let's keep the connection and not be all spooked up by these liars in the pulpit. And I know you don't even like to hear that. The people in the pulpit hate me for saying this, but my thing is this: if the shoe fit, wear it. If it doesn't, keep it moving. What you mad about, especially when you know it's true, because some of them fit that mold. So family, I'm here to tell the truth. I feel in my mind that I was chosen out of all my family members to step it up and be that leader and that teacher and that guide, to give instructions to our people, to give direction to our people, to uplift the consciousness of our people. And this is the time for the warriors to step up to the plate. And we must do that immediately, because we are losing our future and blaming our future, which are the children. They are the results of something. They didn't come here like that. So we have to regroup, reorganize, to get our order back. And the order first is to honor our Creator, to do all we can to transform our minds into the Creator, into our Godhood, and connect with the ancestors who were blessed with the blueprint of life to give us some meaning, direction, and some purpose on how to navigate through this thing that we call life. That's order. That's order. So family, how do you know when to let go and let God? Well, you know that through discernment. What is discernment? Discernment means to know the difference. But they taught us almost like everything is the same. So we must have the ability to know differences. And that's what I do. That's why I give you synonyms and antonyms. That's why I give you examples and so forth and so on of where I'm coming from, so you won't think that I'm coming off the top of my head and just saying anything to you. Because I really care. And it's an honor and a privilege to be able to tell the truth, to have that kind of courage and that kind of faith to go head on through, no matter how it seems. So family, emotions is the number one thing that throws us. We're just too emotional. We're just too emotional. And that's what has always got us in trouble. So stress and disappointments can throw you. But guess what? We must find a way to get through that. Because all experiences are nothing but opportunities to learn. And it can be painful. But we give too much attention to the pain instead of getting through the pain and get on the other side and get those blessings. So bless yourself through your efforts. It's up to you. Isn't it a beautiful thing that we don't have to stand around and wait? Just go ahead and take charge. Do your best and let God do the rest. You got to know when to hold and know when to fold. But you got to guard your heart and use your discerning spirit to know the difference. I just love, when I study, you know what I mean, it just opens up a lot of other energies within me that I get excited about. So what good is it to have it and have no one to share it with? That's why I'm here every Saturday to share with you what I've been blessed with. And you don't even have to go through what I went through to get it. That's what you call true giving. Most people don't understand the principle of giving. They don't. Because regular people feel that giving is losing. I ain't gonna give him my stuff. He might have more than me. That kind of attitude. But we must give. Everything that exists has to give in order to continue to be here. Everything. Now, I had people coming to me and say, hey, Dr. Sadiki, how can you let go and let God? I hear you say that a lot. Let go and let God. What are some signs of letting go and let God? Well, what exactly do you mean? Letting go and let God. One is you have a deep feeling about something, that gut feeling. Don't you know there's three consciousness? You have conscious, subconscious, and you have superconscious. That superconscious is that gut feeling. Remember we used to have, man, I got that gut feeling. You need to go and stick with your gut feeling because that's the superconscious. That's that spiritual conscious. It's that deep down feeling there. Remember we used to say, man, I should have went with my first feeling. So that's the real feeling, that gut feeling. That's deep. We're too shallow today. Feelings, emotions rather. So we got to get that gut feeling back again. That's that super conscious that no one ever hardly talks about. But I'm giving it to you. So you can take that and check it out for yourself. That's part of my contribution, is to motivate you, to stimulate your mind, to transform, to change, to grow, to adjust, to move, to metamorph. We have to do that in order to continue to be here. So family, one way is you have a deep feeling. That's when you know that you need to pay attention to possibly letting go and let God. Another one is when you have a desire to let things go, you have to make sure that you have no boundaries. When you have boundaries, then you're making excuses. And you should already know that when you're looking for an excuse, you will always find it. Be a no nonsense and no excuse kind of person. Just go for it and let the chips fall where they may. That's faith. That's courage. It's a high level of belief there that everything is in divine order. And you should say it's up to me to take me from A to B. Yes, it goes together. So, have no boundaries. And another sign to let go and let God is when you don't feel you have a constant uncomfortableness around certain people. There's not a good feeling there. You're fighting it or you are undermining it, or you're minimizing it. Over a period of time, you just gonna have to sometimes just let it go. And it could be a person or thing. But for some reason, we have a problem getting over faces, getting over the titles. Don't allow that to overtake you when it's time to move. Your life is your life, and you're responsible for your life, no matter how things seem. So go ahead on and do yourself a favor and bless yourself through your efforts. Another thing that you can consider when you let go and let God is you constantly feel stressed. When you're constantly stressing, then that means you got to move. You got to make some changes. And it's all up to you. Isn't that beautiful? It's all up to the individual. Cause and effect. If the effect is not suitable to you, you can change it by changing the cause. Wow. That's what you call power. And God blessed us with the power to change things. A lot of people say, well, I can't change nobody. Well, first of all, change yourself. And not only that, your powers you can be so powerful that your energy can influence a change in another person. Influence a change. Power can do that. And we are power. We are order. We are the chosen ones. We are the ordained ones. The ones who can make a change. Just simple as that. We undermine our reality because we're in this world and we've been beat up so much that the most simple things we doubt. We're suspicious of it. Oh, that's just too easy. That can't be true. You ever heard a person say that before? Oh, it can't be true. It's just too easy. It's too simple. But it says life is simplicity. Keep that in mind. Life is not always, about the going through hell all the time. But guess what? We got to understand too that all experiences are nothing but opportunities. Opportunities to do what? Opportunities to learn, to see where you are, to see what adjustments you need to make. So don't trip on the struggles, the experiences, because they're opportunities for you to take a look at yourself and to see where you are. As long as you're alive, the struggle goes on. It's all about what are you learning. And most people are not learning, and that is the problem. You're either growing or you're going. Your choice. Your choice. Thank God for options. And a lot of people mean things for evil, but make sure that you finish it off by making it a blessing, making it for good. Too many of us are addicted, to certain energies. We're stuck on stupid, a lot of us, making excuses. That's what you call an addiction. When you're not moving when it's time. It doesn't have to be the way it is. It's up to you. You can change it. Well, a lot of people say, well, I can't do nothing about that. Well, that's just the way it is. No, it's just the way that you make it. You have the authority to make it the way you want it to be made. I'm giving you order, I'm giving you instructions, I'm giving you direction. I'm commanding you. God gave our ancestors the ability to command. So we must command ourselves and the ones we love to go head on through and get your blessings. We must encourage them to go over and beyond where they are. Transformation is the key. Learning, growing is the key to it all. Everything must change. Nothing remains the same. So family, order is the blueprint that was given to our ancestors by the Creator. Order. Divine order, because everything, in conclusion, everything is in divine order, no matter how it's seen. Cause and effect, the law of karma. We must understand these laws, and the ordained ones, the ministers and the rabbis and the preachers and all of them, they are ordained to give us direction, to show us the way. But most of them are not doing that. They're about control. They're about getting all, they sold their souls for nonprofit so they can do whatever they want with their money. That's why a lot of them got jets, and got all these big boats, yachts, and, living in the mansions and all that. I don't have a problem with that. But as long as you're leading, guiding, and directing the congregation to become one, not individuals, these cliques, that kind of nonsense. We should be family. We should be one. We should be community, common unity. And until we get community together, the things that are happening today in this world will continue when it comes to us. Because when we had community, we had more respect. We had more awareness. We had more of everything that is divine. But now we're chasing this ghost, this so-called American dream, which actually became a nightmare. So we must move beyond that. And if the ordained ones, the religious ones are not taking you there, then you take yourself there. Just simple as that. You're not going to be popular doing that because you're not a follower. You are a leader. See, one thing about a real man and a real woman, they are shakers and movers. They make things happen. So family, in conclusion, there's no such thing as luck, chance, and coincidence. There's only cause and effect. Everything is correlated. All effects came from a cause. All causes come from the effect. Cause, effect comes from the cause. They're all connected. And we have the ability to decide the conclusion. Let's get our minds in divine order and connect with the ancestors, because they were blessed with the blueprint of life to give us meaning, direction, and purpose. And when you disconnect, it's like being in the middle of the desert, don't know which way to go. So family, I pray that you got something out of what I just shared with you. Don't be so quick to reject everything. Take it and check it out for yourself. Do yourself a favor. Bless yourself through your efforts. Family, I love you, I bless you, and I want you to prosper. Right thinking, right giving, and right eating is holistic. We have to be holistic. We got to be 360, not one-sided. A lot of people are so interested in losing weight instead of being healthy. When you're about health, weight is included. And your body will take its naturalness, its natural size, once you're about health. So let's be about health and not pulling out a dot and say, this is what I want. No, look at the whole circle. So holistic living is the key to it all. Always remember to stay strong and keep your faith where it belongs. Do your best and let God do the rest. You got to know when to hold and know when to fold. Keep your head towards the universe where all strength comes from, and never give up and never ever give in, no matter how things seem, because everything is, always was, and always will be in divine order. God does not make any mistakes, but we do. But when you learn from your mistakes, it's all good. And it can be painful, but you can't beat the blessings. So man up, woman up, mind up, own up, and be the warriors that we really are. And be the eagles that we really are, and stop being a chicken. So family, I pray that you take these words that I've shared with you seriously, because order is the key to everything. Be an orderly person. Take authority, take charge of your own life, and be blessed. Family, I love you, I bless you, and I want you to prosper. This is Dr. Sadiki coming to you once again as your servant. Peace. Hotep. Baraka. Love with respect. Happy new journey.